century. I'm only 9 years old, but I'm richer than all y'all broke-ass haters. This female kitchen is bigger than your whole entire living room, and I got 4 more houses. Y'all haters are already older than me, but y'all still talking shit. I'm a 9-year-old millionaire, and I be smoking dope, bitch. Shut your mouth before I smack you, auntie. LILTay out here balling in the IA. I dropped 200 racks on this car, and I'm only 9 years old. I got the keys to this car. See this? These are butterfly wings. Y'all haven't seen this car in your lives. I've been driving this around the Beverly Hills area, and I'm only 9 years old. I ain't got no license, but I ain't ever gonna get no license. LILTay just got verified. Y'all hoes said I wouldn't make it, but bitch, look, I'm verified now. LILTay, the youngest flex of the century. Bitch, I just got verified.
God damn it, what the hell? Ouch! Dang it!
Say, man, hey, man, what it do? It's your motherfucking nigga, KG Blizzo, and I'm back again with another one, man. Hey, say, man, I be trying to tell y'all, man. Watch your kids, man. Watch who your kids grow up and idol, man. Say, man, hey, man, you better be your kid's hero if somebody else do it. Hey. LILTay ain't nobody to play with, you understand me? Hey, man, y'all, hey. Have y'all seen LILTay new video? I ain't gonna put that video in there. Y'all go check out LILTay new video, man. I think it's called something green. I can't really remember, man, but I'm not, she ain't 16, man. Me as a dad, she looking good to be as a dad. Okay, she looking nice, but as a man, it's like, man, it's crazy, man. But I wanted to show y'all some shit that LILTay got us all, man. I remember me and my little girl met off Facebook named Legs. Little Legs, man. We did a podcast on her like a month ago, and she hit me up one time. She was like, "Hey, man, these people talking about this now. I'm reading the comments. My boy, y'all know LILTay ain't dead, huh?" Well, we were like, "Well, we'll see when it happen, man. We'll get on it when it happen, man." Shout out to Legs, man, by the way, man. You know what I'm saying? I could have hit you up. I should have hit you up, but next one for sure. Man, let me take y'all down this rabbit hole, man. Y'all come ride with me, man. Y'all know what the fuck going on. It's KG Blow, man. Like 7 coming, by the way, man. Get your headphones on, man. If you got a phone, if you got your TV, cut it up a little more, man, because it's gonna be funny as shit. Let's get into it. Ho-wubbo.
Hey guys, I hope all is well. Welcome back to the Truth Talk podcast. Because we know how expensive board percent. Try to get 50 sponsoring this young stupid. We have seen so many places for. Once again, want to give a special thank you to Semper for sponsoring this video. Now, let's get right into it. I've always said Hollywood is the most dangerous place for children. These young, eager kids who want to be stars are always the most vulnerable. They are young, stupid, and unfortunately still don't know how to determine people's intentions. These young souls enter Hollywood happy, optimistic, and full of life. But by the time they become stars, that life is sucked right out of them. We have seen...
And bro ain't lying. Just imagine, even, let's prime example, what's his name? Orlando Brown. How, if it's something made for the kids, they grow up messed up. Raven, the little white girl named Kat, I think that's her name, or the little white girl that was on the side of Raven. I just seen something on the little brother Corey in the house, dude. I'm gonna have to do a podcast on that one. Some crazy stuff going on with him. Britney Spears. You could think about any child, even Chris Brown. Think about any child actor or rapper, singer, anything you want to call it. They grow up either gay, full of drugs, bisexual, shit, don't have a train of thought, don't have their own mindset. They didn't teach these kids how to be themselves. They didn't teach them how to not be an actor. You understand me? If you do a lot of things, you understand. Because I wired myself to be a engineer, a rapper, a videographer, photographer. I mean, you know, I wired myself for that. I taught myself this. You understand me? Shout out to YouTube University, by the way, too. Yeah, so, man, just pay attention watch our kids and watch what they doing, man. Watch this though.
Seen so many examples of what Hollywood does to kids in the industry. We have heard the stories of people like Amanda Bynes, whose life ended up ruined by those in Hollywood. Still to this day, she is dealing with the effects of being a part of Hollywood so young. Or other examples like those of Orlando Brown, Britney Spears, and even Justin Bieber. Justin Bieber has come out multiple times to speak on his substance issues and his trauma from being in Hollywood. So many of these child stars eventually have the same outcome. In just about all these situations, the parents could have saved their child from this life, but instead, normally, they are the ones encouraging their children to be a part of it. So many parents sell their kids to Hollywood. The child they claim to love so much, they allow those in the industry to take advantage of them, letting the evils of Hollywood consume their child as long as they can get a check for it. This is why so many child actors grow up, leave Hollywood, develop addictions, and tend to come out and expose their parents for robbing and using them. This is an unfortunate cycle that would never die out in Hollywood. As long as parents keep on making children, Hollywood would keep on buying them. We are currently witnessing a perfect example of this with LILTay. For those who don't know, LILTay is a social media influencer and now an artist.
By the way, I fuck with LILTay. I didn't want LILTay to die. I was hurt. I didn't want to cry for my little partner. You're skinny. It's just like, how? Why my nigga though? You understand me? We gave you the N-word, past everything. You understand me? I ain't worried about what bro talking about here. You got it from a real nigga. You understand me? You can say it. You understand me? You stump down. And your little brother. We like China people. We like y'all. We like y'all. We ain't fucked up. We ain't even worried about the white folks saying this shit. They made it. And all right, we don't give a fuck about none of that. That's for them. That's for the ones that's super racist. For the ones that don't give a damn, like, we ain't really racist, bro. Nobody give a damn about this shit no more. 2023, bro. Let's keep it 1,000, man. And if you agree with that, man, put yes, sir, in the comment, man. Goddamn me.
Who went viral all the way back in 2018. Back in 2018, videos of LILTay were spreading online, being seen by millions on social media. The video would show a then 10 or 11-year-old LILTay screaming at the camera about how rich she was and just how broke you were. In the videos, she was seen wearing expensive designer clothing while sitting in fancy luxury cars. Her video calling...
I ain't no hating that nigga. I love it. I swear I love it, bro. I swear I love it, bro. I ain't no hating that nigga.
Herself the youngest flexer of the century went so viral.
She is the youngest flexer. Flexing don't mean that you got it. Number one stunner. That mean they was faking it. Shit, they could trick you.
She quickly started making appearances with other rappers. For 3 months, LILTay kept this up, dropping countless flexing videos, until one day, she just stopped. Just how LILTay came in, she went out, as one day she was just gone. This left many people with questions, and many others genuinely just worried on what happened to LILTay. The whole situation turned out to be way more complicated than expected. Sometime after LILTay went missing, it was discovered that she really didn't go missing at all. What actually happened was that her father, who was separated from LILTay's mother, saw what her daughter was doing online and didn't approve of it. Even though he didn't live with Tay, he wanted his daughter to get off the internet and stop embarrassing herself online. On many occasions, LILTay was taking things too far, which would have had an impact on her future, something she's not thinking about at 11 years old. She has been online doing various inappropriate things, even using the N-word during one of her videos. So her father, through the courts, got temporary custody of his daughter and got her off the internet. Around this time, it was also discovered that LILTay was really just a puppet of her older brother and her mother. This entire LILTay character was created by the older brother and brought to life with the mom's help. The mom worked as a high-profile realtor who had access to expensive homes. This is where LILTay filmed all her skits at. All of her skits were her brother's ideas, as he coached her on what to say and also ran her social media accounts. The mother, even though she could have stopped it all, instead went along with it and got herself fired after it was discovered she was letting LILTay film herself inside her mother's client's home, using her client's clothes and even their vehicles for skits. After all of this hit the internet, it was over for LILTay, and she was now living with her father as her flexing career was over. It appeared this would eventually change this year, when LILTay turned 16, which allowed her to choose who to live with. She ended up going back to her mother, and they started planning her comeback. About a month ago now, the internet was shocked when it was reported that the self-proclaimed biggest flexer in the world, LILTay, had reportedly passed away at the young age of 16. This confused many, as LILTay had been missing from the internet for the past few years. She was taken off the internet by her father at the heights of her flexing career and went ghost. Out of nowhere, her name was being reintroduced to the world, claiming she had passed away. It was being rumored that she and her brother passed away in an accident, which left people with so many questions. Again, in a long time, people were asking what happened to the youngest flexer, LILTay. Well, it wasn't long until it was revealed that she was not dead at all and was alive and well. LILTay would end up claiming that her account was hacked and that the hacker posted the death post on her account. As unbelievable as that sounds, Meta confirmed that her account was strangely hacked, which if you saw my last episode on Tay on the second channel, you would know I called this out as lies. Out of nowhere, LILTay was now posting once again on her social media accounts, and she was now telling people that her father is an evil monster who was trying to keep her from her internet clout. This was the point in time where people all over the internet called out LILTay as they realized this was all just a stunt to garner attention. But at this point in time, no one knew what the attention was for until now. A couple days back, the internet was once again shocked by LILTay. But this time, not because of a death rumor, but because she dropped a new music video. Out of nowhere, LILTay dropped a song in a music video called Sucker for Green. Now, we know exactly why she faked her death. This was all an elaborate plan to successfully accomplish a comeback. She most likely planned this for months in advance.
Look at LILTay, bro. Bro, I think the world just shocked and she just growing up before our eyes. It's like I was telling some of my people in my family, I was like, look, the thing about generational curse and another point is we gotta let people grow up. They can't be your baby forever. You gotta let these kids grow up. At some point of age, some point of time of age, them kids, okay, you gotta put a mark on a time frame you willing to let your kids grow up. I told myself around 14 to 15, I start letting them do a little more than usual because I know they're getting older and they're getting smarter. But they little ages right now, it's for me to understand it. Are y'all smart enough for y'all to handle what's going on next? I question my kids like I question the next man or woman. I want them to have a mindset. If nobody challenge your mind, what's the point? What's the point of love? Nobody loves you. They just want to see you crash out. I'm challenging your mind. Make sure you know what you're doing and don't go out there doing undone. Because I can tell you, hey, you thought about that? That ain't it. That ain't it, my boy. Let little homie grow up. Yeah, she fucked up. She a kid. Yeah, man. But she trying to get that bag. Nigga, don't give a fuck. Fake your death to the man. Fuck it. You hear? Shit, fuck what they talking about. Get your bag, my nigga. I would never do it. To each his own is what I'm really saying here. Let's get back to it.
This entire situation is truly disturbing, and it becomes even more disturbing when we realize LILTay's mother openly approves of this all, and is even in the music video with LILTay. Honestly, I feel like this should be illegal. Her mother and her older brother straight up planned this entire stunt just to get her daughter clout and to try to launch a music career. They did this all so LILTay can make the money. They are literally pimping this 16-year-old girl. They truly managed to fool the internet, as she ended up getting 3 million views on the video in about 2 days. Just like her song is titled, she's a sucker for green. LILTay would do anything for money and clout. What I also noticed is that the music video seems inappropriate to me, as we last remember Tay being an 11-year-old child. Now they got her dressed like this and surrounded by older men. It all just looks off to me, and I don't understand how a parent will be okay with any of this. Knowing what we know about the mom being fully invested in LILTay's character since day one, I'm not at all surprised. This entire situation is ridiculous. They have been using that little girl since she was 11, clout chasing all over the internet. Now they got her at 16, dressed provocatively, and trying to use the clout they got from faking her death for a music career. The sad thing about this all is that the father is trying to stop this from happening, but her mother is making sure her daughter keeps up the internet games. They're doing their best to throw dirt on the father's name and make him look like the villain, even though the father just wants the daughter off the internet so she can have a normal upbringing. What her daughter repays him with is allegations of him sleeping with his assistants and a bunch of other inappropriate things. LILTay is sadly being controlled by her mother and her older brother. At this point, even though she is still fairly young, she is old enough to understand what she is doing is wrong. She's destroying her life and her father's life for clout that isn't even going to last more than a few months. The moment this song came out, it should have been a dead giveaway to everybody that she was the one that was truly behind this death stunt. To believe the mother would go this far to allow her daughter to fake her death for the internet, possibly get themselves in trouble, just so that they can promote her daughter's new song. I have not seen a better example yet of selling your child to Hollywood. Like we were talking about Krishan the other day, and I think she might be in competition with LILTay's mom because they're both showing us that they have no shame with selling their child to Hollywood.
Yet we already know this is not uncommon in Hollywood. We've seen dozens of kids come out and speak against their parents, pushing them and putting them in this position, and then all the things that happen to them. Now you have her own mother proudly selling her to the industry, even going as far as being in LILTay's music video, further showing that she doesn't care that she's doing all this stuff to get relevant again. You know, personally, when I was a child, my mom would not have been okay with me doing any of that stuff, nor less being behind it, being right there next to me, encouraging me to do so, being in my music videos, and before even that, allowing me to be in her client's house and posting up like they were my own. And you know what's even crazier, which further...
Alright, now y'all know how I feel about, how can I say this for you too? Them yada yals, you understand me? You know how I feel about them yada yals. So it's like, to me personally, LILTay look better. She don't look like a whore. She don't look like she trying to hold herself out for the views, you understand me? I ain't heard the song. I didn't bother to listen to it. But I done seen 16-year-olds, man, where I'm from, Dallas, Texas, Oak Cliff. I done seen 16-year-olds dressed like hoochie mamas. I done seen 16-year-olds dressed like what you want to call it, like that leather wearing shit that you watch on Yawn, you understand me? That Yawn, yeah. But you gotta keep your eye on them yada yals, you understand me? Because man, they always watching, you understand me? And I feel them, you understand me? But when you go let somebody grow up, once again, back to the video.
more proves your point about this being planned. Just a couple months back, a social media influencer, I don't remember which one, was saying that LILTay's brother actually reached out to her, saying that they were planning a big comeback. And this was before they had even staged that whole death hoax situation.
Exactly. This is something that I'm pretty sure they were planning for a long time. They knew LILTay was probably turning 16. If I'm not mistaken, she turned 16 in July or June, one of those 2 months. So I'm pretty sure they were planning it since before then. And the fact that they went directly to a death hoax, it makes me feel that that's something that the brother came up with. The brother was the one who had LILTay acting like this character to begin with, you know? He had his little sister saying the N-word and doing a bunch of inappropriate things and saying all these things into the camera for clout. So I know for a fact, I'm pretty sure it was LILTay's brother who came up with the whole death hoax situation and all. What's interesting is watching this video, it seems super inappropriate how they're presenting LILTay. Like, we have to remember, we remember LILTay as the 11-year-old, 10-year-old girl who was calling herself the youngest flexer in the world. We saw her as this bratty child who was just saying things for clout. But as a child, you know, she disappeared. So our last memory of her is still as this child. Now they're bringing her back into this music video and they're trying to dress her up like all the rest of the pop stars that are underdressed. And she's doing too much. She has all these guys behind her. I feel like it's inappropriate and it shows just how Hollywood works. They're already corrupting this little girl's image. They're already trying to sell her to the audience in a sexual way. And there's people on the internet actually calling LILTay attractive, which I find strange. If you're not 16, 15, you should not be thinking about LILTay in any way. She is still a little girl, and I still remember her as the LILTay character that was saying all those wild things. The fact that they're presenting her this way and the mom is behind it, it just shows you how far the mom is willing to go. And she does not care or have any respect for her daughter. She's willing to sell out her daughter completely. We've seen so many examples of this, but truly this is one that we cannot deny. And honestly, we should not be supporting LILTay. 3 million people went to see her music video. 3 million people listened to that song. Who knows how much streams it got? She had a bunch of people with her live. She's getting the attention she wants. And now she's using that attention to bash her father. She's made several allegations against her father, and I'm not gonna say, oh, I know that her father didn't do anything to her, because we don't know her father. But it just seems strange that her father is the one that's trying to get her off the internet and have her grow up normally, while LILTay is claiming that her father just wants to have custody of her to take all her money that she's making off the internet, which makes zero sense. Does that make any sense, D?
No, that doesn't make sense to me at all, especially since I know he's a lawyer that makes very good money. There's no reason for him to need his daughter's money. But for him to need his daughter off the internet when she's making a fool of herself is a necessity. He's a lawyer. This
bro said he not going. You're not finna have me looking stupid out here. I make enough money for all of us. Why are you out here doing this? I understand you want to have your own life and all that, but why you just can't be a normal 16-year-old? Ain't that a bitch? Come on, man. But I understand you, but I don't understand you. It's like a two-way street with these kids. You gotta compromise. You gotta give some and take some. You understand me? But bro, like a cool dude, man. He did. I feel like he tried his best to raise that little girl.
This is his image. His daughter's out here acting a certain way that's going to essentially harm his image. And on top of that, they had to go to court before he was even able to get custody of her. So all of this stuff that she is saying, I don't know how much truth is really behind that, because in these type of situations, there's house meetings. They talk to the parents, they talk to the siblings to make sure that everything that is going to be in the household is correct. She's making these allegations that her father did things to her, didn't feed her or clothe her properly, and I don't know whether or not to believe it too much, because we know who LILTay is and the type of things that she's already done.
Fact.
And the fact that she has lied to get herself in the position that she's in.
Just think about it like this. If it is a situation that was criminal, her father would already be in prison. If it was something about that he did something bad to LILTay, her father would have at least been arrested or been questioned for it or something in that sense. This has nothing to do with that. This has everything to do with LILTay's public image. LILTay is trying to come up right now, and she's using her father as the fuel for that fire. She is coming out and accusing her father for everything because it gives her an enemy for her fans to root against, you know, and that's what she's using. She's using the fact that her father did this to her. Her father's a monster who did this to her mother as well, and that she's a victim. They know that the victim card always helps, and there's a lot of people on the internet that are just going to get behind her for that. And also the fact that a lot of people are calling her out for faking her death. If she can shift blame to her father, because she's even claiming that it was her father that did this as well, I'm not buying none of it. I don't think that this high-profile lawyer would risk his career doing any of this, and that's the reason why he doesn't respond on video and do things like this, because this is only going to make him look bad no matter what he does. At the end of the day, this is his daughter. What can he possibly do to his daughter? He really can't do much to his daughter. And you really can't do much to the mother either if she's the one that's desperate for money.
Whoop that little girl ass. Whoop her ass. That's what you can do to her. The mama, I don't know what you can do. Divorce her ass, whatever the fuck. Y'all might have got a divorce already. You whoop her little ass. That's what you do. And I would say TikTok and YouTube, and I ain't talking about no violence. I'm talking about with a belt on butt cheeks. Simple shit. I need to go back to the old school days, man. It's too much shit getting flew by and ain't nobody doing nothing about it. Whoop some ass. Sorry. Somebody got to tell you. I don't believe in whooping. Well, you need to punish. Well, you tried that. It didn't work. So whoop some ass, buddy. Get on it, man. Stop slacking.
Using her own daughter to get this clout. LILTay's 16. He can't go back to family court and try to get custody. He just has to accept things for what they are, sadly.
Exactly. And you know what makes this look even more like a big plan? Is that just a couple of days ago, paparazzi spotted her coming out of the airport, yet the person that they spotted was covered head to toe, glasses and mask. How would they have known that that was her? How would they have known that that...
All right, shout out to Queen on this. She pointed this out. We watched this earlier. She was like, how we would know is because, look, that's her brother. And I said, if that's not her brother, it's still a Chinaman. And then it's a lady behind this big black, the dude in the black in the front. It's a lady behind him, and they could be her mama. They Chinaman. It could be, could not be now, but there can be a telltale sign right there. Pay attention.
Was LILTay, unless she would have called paparazzi herself and told them that she was coming and what she was going to be wearing. Other than that, there's no way that they would have just guessed a random person who was covered head to toe would have been LILTay.
Exactly. You know, it's all a giant plan, and that's what it's been since the beginning. And we have to understand how dangerous this is. This shows us how some people are just so willing to sell their children to Hollywood. They do not care what happens to their child. LILTay's mother does not care about LILTay. If she cared about LILTay, she wouldn't be doing this. I know some people are going to say she's helping LILTay build the internet career. We all know this internet career isn't going to last. She was a moment in 2018 during the cloud era where everyone was doing anything for clout. Everybody from that cloud era is gone. The people that are still around are barely hanging on. LILTay, even though she's showing to be talented and she can play guitar and all these instruments, it does not matter because she was introduced to this industry as a joke. That's all she was introduced as, so nothing else matters. Now, the fact that her mother is so desperate for money that she's willing to sacrifice her daughter's future, just so that she can get paid now, it shows you just how dangerous this industry is. It'll make people sell their own child. It'll make people give their child just so that they can get some fame and money. And that truly disturbs me. Well, that's it for this episode, but before you guys go, I just wanted to once again give a special shout out to Sembird for sponsoring this character.
There y'all go right there, man. Tell me, what do y'all believe? Y'all believe that she faked her death for clout and views? I got an opinion. I told my old lady this a few days ago. I really do this internet shit. Like, I really pay attention to a lot of things on the internet because you don't know what's fake or real. Him and my old lady did a podcast about Maui, and we got a video, and I noticed it was like a robotic video, like a robotic sounding voice, but it sounded like a lady. And I recently started doing these podcasts on the deep fake. Go check them out, man. Deep fake. It'll scare you, man. It'll scare you how you will think. What if it was not one of them? What if it was the deep fake? What if it was the people that did that? They did Drake voice. They did talk over with Drake voice. What if it's them people? Them AI people, man. That's what I think. I think it's if you go listen to this voice, you go be like, oh damn, that dude sound like a fake automatic person that's talking. So to my say is this: even if you see the picture, sometimes you gotta. I don't watch people on YouTube if I can't see their face. That's one of my things. Like, I gotta see your face to make me want to watch on YouTube because I don't know who behind this camera. I don't know if I'm giving this revenue, this streaming revenue to a robot or what. Nah, we need real people making this money, man. And by me saying that, man, y'all need to like, sub, and comment for your boy, man. Share it if you can, man. And if you got a way to tag me or send me some videos, man, you know me. Go to my YouTube, go to my community thing, I think, or something like that. And, you know, send me a text or something, man. You know, it's lit on this side, man. And once again, man, that's another video down, man. It's your motherfucking nigga KG Blizzo. LILTay done fooled us all, man. Ain't that a bitch? What y'all think? Leave it down below, man. I'm gone.
I got up and got on my own. This for the one that thinks I'm sweet. 2 zips too high in my zone. Ain't no way I'ma let a nigga eat. I think they mad cause I dug one deep. Say, and I'm out of sight. I don't wanna hear niggas squeak. These bitch niggas ain't got nothing on me. Say, these bitch niggas ain't got nothing on me. These bitch niggas ain't got nothing on me. Say, these bitch niggas ain't got nothing on me.